it from the outside lounge.
What is she gonna do? Like freaking fight him? I mean, if she fights, then I'm watching that. I'm paying. I met the guy who ate human flesh.
This happened when I was in college. I was 20 at the time, studying for an upcoming exam in biology. That is, until my roommate busted in my room. She wasn't yelling, but I could see she was drunk by her excitement. I rolled my eyes and sighed. I completely lost focus now.
Okay.
But it was okay. I kind of gotten used to her behavior. She was...
Why would you just have somebody like standing over you like that? I'd be like, boy, get out the way.
Well, a nerd. I tried to get back on my reading tracks again, but she patted me on the back and drunkenly giggled before speaking. Come on, Jasmine. Every time I see you, you're always reading a book.
Okay.
I sighed before speaking.
Yep.
And every time I see you, you smell of alcohol and vomit. She frowned at me. How about this? I'll be quiet all week if you come to this party tomorrow at 8.
Ooh, no. Yeah, you know, every time people go to parties, like, every time, you know something's about to happen, or she's about to leave her, or there's something wrong's about to happen, like, somebody's about to bust in, like, 3 a.m. in the night, like, yeah.
I wanted to say no, but then I thought about it. I mean, I do always work really hard. Besides, she won't barge in like this for the whole week?
Dude, what is she
Sounds too good, I thought to
Naruto running
myself.
across the room.
So I nodded and continued to read. We got ready.
Okay.
I hadn't dressed up in ages, so I was kind of excited. The party was loud, filled with drunk people making out, bumping, and dancing. The party was hosted in a basement-like setting, only it was much bigger and had a lot of space.
A lot of space.
I'm not going to lie, I did have a few drinks. I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely tipsy. So, as my view became tilted, this guy comes out of nowhere and has small talk with me.
Please, no.
He was fairly attractive. He didn't seem drunk.
Okay.
We met and exchanged names. From what I remember, he had red-dyed hair and blue eyes. He was
Okay,
white
we'll
and
remember
about 6 feet.
6 feet.
His name was
Dang!
Luke. We
6
laughed
feet.
and talked about topics like studying and books and that
Pretty
kind
tall.
of thing. The talking went on for about a half an hour.
9:30.
He then said, "Hey, I'm going to get another drink. Want anything?" And I said, "Why not?"
No.
I mean, I'm having fun. So later on, he came back with drinks.
He poisoned the drink. I'm calling it. He poisoned the drink.
Out in the corner of the party.
You don't just like make out with strangers, you know? Like that's a thing. You don't just make out with strangers like you don't even know him like
room.
a half an
It
hour.
was so quick, and then he asked me, "Want to go back to my place?" Which I politely declined. I already know what he wants.
Uh-oh.
Besides, I needed to be on campus in the morning. Come on, I promise it will be fun.
Come on.
I remember that he kept on trying to get me to go, but
parents are
he gave up after I made it clear I wasn't interested in going to his
He's
place.
mad.
He rolled his eyes angrily and gave me a paper with a number on it. Fine. If you change your mind, give me a call. He leaned close to me and whispered against my ear. Then
Yeah.
he walked.
You whisper me, you getting smacked.
Night was a complete blank. The next day, I woke up inside my college bedroom, on my bed, next to
He's
my
gonna be, like,
roommate
in the
snoring
window or
on her
something.
bed as well. As I got up to shower, a paper fell out of my pocket. It was the number, which made me remember that guy. But I had more important things now. I showered then and went to study. I remember reading my book when all of a sudden I felt dizzy. Then
Yeah.
I woke up in the bed with police
Yeah.
officers and nurses talking next to me.
Yeah, see?
Turns out I had this dangerous allergic reaction that could only be caused from saliva or any
told
bodily
you.
fluids
I
that had come
told
from
you.
decaying or rotting flesh.
Did I not?
Which, to my surprise, was weird.
Literally, he
I
put it
hadn't
in the
been
drink.
kissing
I knew
anyone,
it. I
let
knew it.
alone ate anything raw. Then I remembered the guy. I told the police about the guy at the party and gave them the number he gave me. A few weeks passed and my allergies went down, so I could live my life normally. I just finished my test when my phone rang. I answered it, and it was the police. Turns out the guy from the party had 2 dead, decaying women's bodies inside his apartment that he ate.
He ate it?
They must have been there for months. My heart dropped.
This man's
The thought
freaking
that I made out with
cannibal.
someone who ate human flesh, or even worse,
He's a
was what if
freaking
I had agreed to
cannibal.
come to his place? I may have been one of those bodies.
Okay.
When I was in the 7th grade, I heard about astral projection for the first time and thought the idea seemed pretty cool. Who
Okay.
wouldn't want an out-of-body experience and travel around the world?
Okay, that's what that is.
Anyways,
I was
I've been
kinda lost.
attempting it for several months to no avail. I did doubt it wasn't real and eventually stopped attempting it. Then one day on a January, I decided to hit the bed at around 7 p.m. to take a nap, and the next second I began to feel I was being pulled out of my body as a strong vibration feeling overcame me, similar to that body feeling you get from a strong nicotine rush. I then was
don't know what
floating
that
in my
feels like.
room and felt a presence right behind me, but didn't think much of it. It wasn't a good presence, more of a demonic one. Despite there being my family in the home awake, I didn't see anyone there, and only the light that illuminated the stairway was on.
Yeah.
Everything also had a blue tint to it,
I'm
and I
dipping.
could see clearly
I'm coming
in the
back
dark.
in the body. That's it. Like I'm
I had to
just
swim
coming back.
through the air to be able to move, and went through my door.
No, like, oh my, what the 3,000th day of quarantine be like when you're going to do something annoying again?
And swam my way downstairs. I decided to go up and through the ceiling, and then through the roof, and explore this new plane of existence.
Man, be like these over here.
However, as I went through the ceiling, I saw this creature rushing towards the
creature?
stairs, and it stopped as soon as I stopped moving to see it. I could only see the
What?
back of it from the right side of it since it was blocked by a wall.
We're watching some freaking some Monsters Inc. or something like IRL. Like what? What is this?
But it had yellow
The freak, he's like a freaking. You can see his bone. Like
skin, pointy, elongated ears, a tail that's medium-sized, and it appeared to be as tall as I was at the time, 5'6". I stared at it for a few seconds, frozen in
few
fear,
seconds.
and before I knew it,
I'm looking
I
1
was
second and
awake,
gone.
back in my bed. I looked at my clock and several minutes had passed by.
no wait.
I don't
Imagine if he's like actually like upstairs, and it wasn't like a. I
know what to think of that, but it was an interesting experience.
He got freaking 8. Like as soon as
When
it
I was 8 years old,
was an interesting. The end.
my mom wouldn't allow me to play outside with the other kids in our neighborhood.
Okay.
I was always alone. The only
that's the
playmates I
loner.
had were
No
my cousins
friends.
and my brother, but it took 3 hours and 25 minutes to get to their houses. One day, my mom let me play outside with the kids in our neighborhood for the first time because she was
go.
going somewhere, maybe to work or to run errands.
You know she was going to the club, like. No, I'm just kidding.
I got my dolls and other toys and was excited to play with the kids outside.
All right.
When I got there, no one wanted to play with me. The attempt was useless, but
tough.
then someone.
Wait. Okay. So, you see somebody like scratches on their clothes, like literally pale and wearing all black clothes. You call them the cops. There's no way I'm holding your hand. You've probably been like 5 dumpsters or something by now. Like, there's no way I'm hanging out with you. Like, where do you live? Like, my God.
He had puppy eyes and was cute. We quickly became playmates.
Okay.
Even though he was a boy, he would join me for tea parties with my dolls. He also
Yeah.
invited me to play with him at his house. But I was
No. 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 No.
old and abandoned. Like it hadn't been cleaned up for almost 12
Yikes.
years. We decided to go play in his garden. When we got there, I puked. I didn't know why at the time, but for some reason, I
No.
was He didn't offer me water or anything. He just looked at me grinning and said, "Next time, you're going to sleep here too."
You know what? You're sleeping in my basement tonight.
2 weeks after that upsetting experience, I went looking for him. A paper airplane flew to me
You're not gonna
out of
find him.
nowhere. I picked it up, and when I opened it, I was shocked, scared, and sad. It was a newspaper clip.
Oh my God. No, you can't tell me she's been literally like she's been seeing a boy the whole time. that's not even there. So like, I don't know what that's called, like schizophrenic or something. I don't know. I don't know. Blind. She obviously needs some freaking contacts. Like, she can't see or she can't hear anything. Like, her mom probably didn't even leave.
The boy that I played with went missing 9 years ago. I ran to my
No,
bedroom
9
and
is too
I saw
long.
a shadow through my window. I looked at it closely, and it was the boy. He was
Take me, Ari.
smiling.
Take me.
Today, I'm 19 years old, and I still
19.
remember that part of my childhood so clearly.
Remember it so clearly, but you can't see clearly.
When I was about 6 or 7 years old, my mom had gone to my older sister's recital in Georgia, and my dad was at work. He was a pilot for some airline.
Some airline.
So she left me and my older brother, who was only 12 at the time, at the sitter's house, which was a few blocks away from my house.
Okay.
My sitter,
Few
who I'm
blocks.
going to call Bev, was not
So if I'm gonna run away from somebody, then you better be like right next to me, like at least a few blocks. I'm gonna be able to run. Like I can only run at least like a few blocks.
19,
So this is as much
and
as I
she was
need.
pretty much the best kind of sitter to a 6 to 7-year-old boy could ask for.
Okay.
She'd let us
That's
play
good.
games and stay up watching TV, as long as we didn't bother her while she was on the phone with her boyfriend.
Okay.
We were watching TV, and we could hear something scratching the paneling on the side of the house.
Why do you have your no? So like you see behind me. Okay, they're closed, right? They're closed. But I'm not. I don't live on the ground or anything. I have like a hill sort of. So they have their freaking blinds open, and the window is just sitting there. Like, why would you have your blinds open?
As a stray animal. So we continued.
Nah, I'm not talking that as a stray animal. You're at my window. You better catch these hands, boy. You better know how to fight because you're gonna lose. Yeah.
About 30 minutes to an hour later, Bev ran into the living room and locked the front door and shut the blinds.
Why is it now that you would lock the door wasn't even locked and it's like 12 or something?
What she
Really,
was
bro?
doing.
Really?
Me and my brother, being kids, got scared and started crying. Then Bev said everything would be okay.
No,
it was
it's not.
just a peeping Tom.
It's not okay.
So she took us upstairs and we went to her parents' room with the Nintendo and some snacks.
Okay. Yeah. That's the move. Nintendo and snacks. Okay, yes. That is how you get a kid to calm down. You can't just put him in there watching freaking like 80 show TV.
Not a minute later after she walked out of the room, we heard a loud crash and
Not even gonna lie. That actually just scared me so bad. This dude he looks like a robot. Like, who would this freaking like big old freaking dude like be busting through my house? Like, he can literally just jump through the window. Yeah.
I remember Bev running into the room and pulling us into the closet and telling us we were going to play a game of hide and seek and to be very quiet.
Just tell him straight up.
Out of the closet and locked it from the outside latch.
What is she gonna do? Like, freaking fight him? I mean, if she fights, then I'm watching that. I'm paying. I'm getting popped up for that.
And disappeared. Several minutes passed.
Where did she go? Did she run away and just leave her siblings there?
And we could hear a grown man screaming, "Come out! Come out!"
Or no, she must have freaking hid somewhere. Like, she must have hid in the. I don't. Where would she hide at? If there's no other place to hide.
Out wherever
No, she gonna get found.
you are. I only want to play. Then I heard what sounded like water running in the bathroom.
Nah, the man is taking a freaking pee on your floor sink. He's peeing like on the ceiling. He's peeing on the everything, dude. He's just peeing on the toilet seat. That's what I hate. No.
Closet. Then it shut off. And I heard Bev yelling something at the man. It was something like, "The police are on their way."
Why did you let him know the? No. He was not gonna find you, but now you have to give yourself away. So now he's gonna find you, and I don't know what you're holding. You look like you're holding like a expo marker, like eraser.
Then we could hear loud, heavy footsteps sprinting out of the room. And then
Oh, so if they were actually coming there, then I mean, it's good, but if they were gonna take 30 minutes or something, dude, you're screwed.
Sirens wailing in the distance. Bev shrieked, and we heard a loud thud on the ground below us. Bev had managed to find an old wooden bat. As the
Okay.
man turned a corner to go out the front door, Bev swung the bat as hard as she could, knocking the man.
How did you freaking get this man passed out? Like,
Tried chasing her outside, but the cops had already
okay, so if you got caught, like, then you would be gone. Like, he's taking you. There's no way.
arrived and tackled the man on sight. My mom came home immediately and took me, my brother, and Bev back to my house.
Yeah, I'm never staying freaking grandma's again. By the way, your muffins are garbage.
A few years later, she explained that the man was a known sex offender and had escaped
Yeah, they were about to get rich.
from prison. In the report, he was said to be carrying a rather large knife in his pocket and had a Saturday night special tucked away.
Saturday. We're watching a show or something? Like, is this what the freaking, like, murderers do? Like, what is this? No, like, he's, like, freaking Saturday night, like, freaking Friday night. He's got the whole freaking weekend on his side. Okay, that's all we're gonna watch today, but, if you guys enjoyed this video, then leave a like, comment, and, you know, the likes, I'm trying to look for the likes. Like, if you get a good amount of likes, then we'll do this again. But comment your favorite part about the video and subscribe and share it to your friends, I guess, if you even want to. I don't even know. But we'll see you guys later. Peace.